me a little bit. Some of you have no clue who I am. Absolutely not. What's that clown doing up there? Just to introduce you and tell you a little bit about my story, not to keep you so late, because I know you have other crumb snatchers to get home to. But my story is a little bit of this. When I was 16 to 20 years old, I struggled most indefinitely, unlike most young men and women, and not like some of you in this room. Very similar story probably, or some similar struggles and challenges. My job now, on 24 years on the other side of 17, is to take my life experience to whether it be young men or young women and give them tools for life. It's not just about being a trainer. It's not just about showing up and taking somebody through a hard workout so I can say that I put them to the near end of death. That's not what my point and my process is in this life. It's about how many tools can I put in their toolbox so that when they need them, they're there to pick up. Whether they choose to use them or not is completely up to them. But I'm not doing myself a service, I'm not doing my family a service, and I'm not doing this community a service if I don't put tools in their toolbox. Coaches are an extension of parents. All parents can put their hands up right now and say, how many times have you told them the same exact message a coach has, but they haven't listened to you? Right? Can you guys relate to that? Yeah. Put your hands up if you can relate to that, right? So we become this extension of parents. I am a parent as well. I have 4 kids, beautiful wife, 17, 11, 6, and 4. I'm in it. But so are all of you. What I like about what Jay said to me is he invited me to be a part of this community. You guys are a tribe. JV, blue, red, you're a community and a tribe. And so I'm going to just turn it over to you guys real quick so you can show your parents a little bit about what you've learned about in the 4 weeks basically, plus a couple times that I just show up out of nowhere. So I want you to start throwing out some things that you've learned over the last couple seasons. Don't be scared now.
JV, you're up first.
JV, what you got? You got your ears wet this year. What you get?
Couple of you guys. Let's go. Say something.
So we'll go right to my red. We'll go to the leaders. Give me one thing that you learned. Mental toughness. Mental toughness. What'd you say? Last 3 turns, right? So just for the parents, so you know, last 3 turns. The last 3 turns is about the way we prepare ourselves for the day. There's an Olympic gold medalist in 1960. I don't remember his name. But he's giving a ski lesson, and he says, and he turns to the people that he's getting a lesson to in how to race, and he says, where's the most important 3 turns? So go ahead, turn real quick to the person to your right or to your left, and ask or tell them what you think the most important 3 turns is, and then I'll give you the answer. So this includes the parents. Where's the most important 3 turns in a race? Could be the middle, could be the last, could be the beginning. All right, so what this guy said is, some people may say it's the beginning because it's the way you start and that sets the tone for the way you finish. Some people say it's in the middle because you have to keep that speed up. But really it is those last 3 turns. Those last 3 turns are the most important because your body's under the right tension, your mind's in the right place, and if you're finishing. So if you finish under that right tension with your mind and your body and you finish strong, it's not so much that it's the finish, it's what prepares you for the next race. So as I'm going up the ski lift, that's what my body and my mind internalize as I go to the next race. So for these guys, and if we just talk about life in general, 2 things. One is the way they prepare themselves. I told them that this year, when just talking about red, you're going to have to do something different if you want to do something different. That difference didn't play out. And unfortunately, it didn't play out the way that red wanted to. But there's a life lesson in that. And the life lesson is, I told you guys that we needed to do something different. We didn't apply that. And that's okay. Because here's the other thing we learned about this time. It takes failure in order to do what? Succeed. Everybody knows that. It takes failure in order to succeed. And for red, you ended on a little bit of a failure. But guess what? you take that failure into the next stage of your life and you go succeed in this damn thing. So I do work with athletes. Athletes do pay me to work with them. I've worked with professional athletes for 15 years in just about every sport imaginable. Most, like right now, most of my professional athletes are in the UFC and in MMA. But the one thing that they do is they pay me usually to train in their off seasons. In their off seasons are their biggest gains. If you think about our society today and you think about youth in general and youth sport in particular, because it is a multi-billion-dollar business, how much off-season do our youth have today? Zero. But yet at the most elite level, now these guys aren't professional athletes, or ladies, you're not professional athletes, but at the most elite level in the off-season is where they get their mind right, they get their body right, they recover, and they come up with a plan for what's the next season. Yet we never pull the reins off of our own children or even off of ourselves as adults. Where do we ever pull the reins back and say, you know what? We need to have an off season too. Let's get a break. Let's do this thing. So all of that being said, from an off season standpoint, is knowing sometimes when to pull and when to push. You guys, I think, do a pretty good job of that as a community. And I was very honored for Jay to invite me to be a part of that last year. One thing that really fired me up, is at the end of each of our practices, they call it Hell Week, I call it preseason camp. I call it training camp. They call it Hell Week. It's just the difference of the way I view it versus the way they view it. But at the end of each day, you guys have all heard it in their pregame. They do the prayer, right? You guys are familiar with that. But I want to bring you into that a little bit. These guys have no clue what I'm about to do. None. Yeah. So I want to bring you into that energy. Because as parents, you provide this. You provide this opportunity for them. Sometimes it may not seem like they're very grateful for this opportunity, but you provide it. So I want to bring that energy to you guys just to kind of break up the monotony, and then we'll go into the rest of the stuff. So everybody that's JV, blue, or red, come on up here. Everyone. Everyone. Let's go. Come on up. Let's go.
Come on, Jeff. Get in there. Just gonna stay right here.
Jeff, get up. Jeff, get up.
Let's go, baby. Don't be shy. Come on in. Let's go.
I don't want it.
Come around the other way, boys. Come around. Come on around, man. Huddle up. Let's go.
Not that all day.
Hey, boys at the end, come back down around on this side. Let's go, man. This isn't a caterpillar. This is not a snake line. Let's go. Let's huddle up. All right, we'll move it this way a little bit. Mikey, where you at? All right. Hey, everybody put a hand on somebody. Get around the table, put a hand on somebody. So bring it in a little bit closer. Mikey's going to lead us through this thing. We'll be without the mic. Without the mic. Not without Mikey, but without the microphone. All right, baby. Hey, let's go. Let's go, baby.
Dear Lord, the battles go through life.
Dear Lord, the battles go through life.
We ask your chance is fair.
We ask your chance is fair.
Chance to go stride.
Yes, you go stride.
Chance to do it in.
Yes, do it in.
We shall win.
We shall win.
Legal the code.
Legal the code.
Faith on our life.
Faith on our life.
We shall lose.
We shall lose.
Stand by the road.
Stand by the road.
Cheers when it's go by.
Cheers when it's go by.
Day by day.
Day by day.
Get better, better.
We get better, better.
We can't be beat.
So we can't be beat.
Won't be beat.
Won't be beat.
this.
Can't put a dollar amount.
You can't. Right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, don't get any better.
Yeah, Mike.
Don't cry yet, Shane. Don't cry yet.
Hey, Cougars Lacrosse, real quick, eyes up on me. I just want to see you real quick. We did this at the end of camp. I want to do it again. Gentlemen, I appreciate you. I'm grateful for the opportunity to coach you, even though it's only for 4 weeks. I'm grateful for the opportunity to peek my head in and see how you're doing. I'm grateful for the opportunity to hear from him and how you guys are doing. I respect you for showing up for those 4 weeks last couple years. I respect you for the journeys that you're about to go on, whether it's lacrosse or not. And again, I'm really, really grateful for the opportunity to be a part of your community. Thank you very much for allowing me to be a part. Parents, I am a parent. I know what it's like to sit in those shoes, sit at that table, and watch this journey I'm experiencing right now with, like I said, 17, 11, 6, and 4. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to work with your children. And I'm grateful that whether you believe it or not, you still trusted me to be a part of that experience. So thank you very much.